House cleaners accused of stealing. Oh no, what do you do if this happens in your business? And how do you prevent house cleaners from being accused of stealing in your company? That is a great question. I'm Angela Brown, and this is Ask a House Cleaner. This is a show where you get to ask a house cleaning question, and I get to help you find an answer. I get asked the question a lot, how do we prevent our employees from being accused of stealing? And the quick, fast answer is you cannot. As house cleaners, we are inside people's homes. We are lifting things up. We are wiping them down. We are dusting them. We are dusting underneath them. We are putting them back, and we are moving hundreds of things a day. So things will get misplaced. Okay, I promise you that. And house cleaners will get accused of stealing or misplacing items on a regular basis. I promise you that as well. So that is not going to go away. How do you deal with that in your company? Is a series of steps that you take so that you can make sure that everybody feels comfortable and that everybody is playing by the same guidebook. So the very first thing you do is when you are employing someone during the job interview, you sit them down and you say, hey, listen, I got to just bring this up. This is going to happen. You're going to be moving items around. You will misplace an item. I need you to pay very close attention on the job where you put that item in case the customer comes to us and they cannot find it. Second of all, if you steal from us, rule number 2, it's a deal breaker. I cannot run the risk of having thieves inside my business. So if you steal something from a customer and you actually take it off the premise, it does not belong to you, you no longer work for our company. Is that understood? And once they understand that, yes, that's great. I also give them an out in that moment. And in that moment, I say, hey, if you have an issue with stealing, right now is a good time to turn around and walk away with no judgments, okay? I won't bring it up from here on out, but just please don't accept the job, okay? Give them an out so they can walk away gracefully with no harm, no foul. All right, next. When you have a situation where a customer calls you up and they say, hey, some item is missing in my house, and this will happen, okay? Here's the reason why. As house cleaners, we are the last person inside the person's home that they were consciously aware of. So as people move stuff around their house, and people do this all the time, right? We move stuff from room to room in our house. It could be a cell phone charger. It could be we took off a pair of earrings while we're watching TV, put them on the TV stand. They fell on the floor. We can't see them, so we assume that they've gone missing, right? There are little things like that that happen in every household. And so I just want you to be aware that that will happen. When a customer calls you and they say, hey, listen, I'm missing a pair of earrings, the very first step is to ask the customer, do you think they were stolen or have they been misplaced? And give the customer the option of determining what might have happened. No, I'm 100% sure they were stolen. If they were stolen, we have to file an internal investigation, meaning I have to speak with my employees. There must also be a police report filed, and we'll need to get the insurance company involved. During this time, we will suspend all cleaning service because we don't want any repeat situations happening in your home until this is resolved. Now, if the item was misplaced, there will also be an internal investigation, but no police report will be filed, no insurance claims will be made, and we will not suspend your service, right? I'm going to go have a talk with my employee and find out where that might have been. A lot of customers don't want to suspend their service. They don't want to get anybody in trouble. Something has just gone missing. They just assume it was stolen. Stolen is different from misplaced, right? Okay, so if they say, oh, it was just misplaced, let's go that route first. Okay, the first step that you do is you call your employee in and you have a one-on-one, eyeball-to-eyeball conversation. This is not a text conversation. This is eyeball to eyeball. Hey, Evelyn, I'm assuming the house cleaner's name is Evelyn in this situation. Evelyn, we were over at the Parsons house the other day and a pair of earrings have gone missing. What might be the case for these earrings? And what's interesting is this. House cleaners are very attentive to detail, okay? They have to be because they're house cleaners. And oftentimes, and this is true for us in our company, Evelyn said, oh, I know exactly where the earrings are. They were inside on the floor in the living room. And I picked up all 3 pair of earrings so they wouldn't get caught in the vacuum. And I put them on the bookshelf at eye level. So she knew exactly where those earrings were. And it wasn't 1 pair that was missing. It was 3. She found them on the floor down where the TV stand was. They had like fallen down on the floor and she didn't want to vacuum them up. Well, lo and behold, Her eye level was at a different level than the customer's eye level, and the customer could not see the earrings on the shelf. So she thought that they were stolen or maybe missing. Okay, so we called the customer back and we said, hey, listen, they're on the bookshelf at eye level. And she said, oh, wow, there are 3 pair here. I thought I was only missing 1 pair. Lo and behold, there are 3. Oh, yes, when I'm sitting there and I'm talking on the phone at night, my earrings are too big and they clank on my phone. So I take my earrings out and I put them on that stand next to the TV while I'm talking to my friends or my mother or what have you. That's exactly what happened. So from now on, she said, I will pay attention not to put them on there because I don't want them falling off and getting caught up in the vacuum. Okay, so that was an easy resolve. The important thing that we have to consider is that as house cleaners, many of the jobs that we go on will require a surety bond. That's also known as a janitorial bond, and that's where you are bonded and insured. And what that means is that there will be an insurance reimbursement for the item that goes missing. In the event that you are a house cleaner, it can be proved that your house cleaner stole that item, okay? So with lots of home security systems now, oftentimes customers can just find that missing item that they themselves have misplaced. But it's so easy to blame the house cleaner who was the last person in the house that that item may have gone missing. So ask your customer right up front. We've got a policy in our company that no one steals. If we move something, and it's possible that we do, we're going to move it in the most logical place that you will find it. But if for some reason you don't find it, give us a call and we'll help you find it. We'll try to remember where it was put. That's a misplaced item. There's one situation in the last 30 years where there was actually an item stolen. And it wasn't stolen from our company, but at the exact same time we were there was a company outside and they were doing something to the landscaping or the yard or the outside of the house or something. And they had come inside to use the bathroom where they saw a diamond ring and they took the diamond ring with them. And because we were authorized to be in the house and they were not, we got blamed. When we got to the bottom of it, we discovered, and it was the police interviewing them and the other company, they discovered that the gentleman that had come in the house was taking one item from every house so that it didn't look like a whole lot of things had gone missing, but just one item. So he thought he could get off the hook with that. But he did have a drug problem and he was using these little items that he was pawning for money for his habit. And so he was fired and he was, I don't know, whatever the legal issue is. But if you let your employees know, if for some reason we find out that you have stolen something from a customer, it's our legal obligation to pursue that to the fullest extent of the law. And if you say that in the job interview, you will deter a lot of people who actually steal things. And when you give your customer a chance, is this a stolen or a misplaced item? What you do is you give them the opportunity to say, it might just be misplaced. Let's go that route first. But that way you're all playing by the exact same rules and there are no surprises. And it's not homeowners just taking advantage of you because they know you are bonded, right? So that is how that works. All right, I hope that helps. If it does, give us a thumbs up. If you got questions or comments, those go in the notes below. And if you think that you have an issue with customers that are just trying to take advantage of you, I've created a series of playlists up here, which has some really interesting observations of how you can manage those customers to still keep your business. All right, until we meet again, leave the world a cleaner place than when you found it.